Welcome, YouTubers, Susan Sanders Wajiki, and even my guy, Tom, the Asian guy, the cool dude. I'm coming to you now after 6 years of hell, tirades, and just pure insanity. We've made it past 6 years working on this project. We're past 6 million minutes, and we're up over 2,500 subscribers. You know, a long time ago, back in the day, there's been a love-hate relationship with YouTube, and I think it's been a bit standoffish. And for this second quarterly, I'm going to talk about myself as an individual, Terry Tyler from Tupelo, and myself as a company, CEO of a company, Mid-South Media Incorporated, C Corp, Tupelo, Mississippi. So, been in business about 4 or 5 years, coming from the straight grassroots, shithole, shit slum, about the worst of the worst coming up. I mean, I'm sure there's worse cases. I'm sure there's better cases. We're not trying to get that deep into it. But right now, what we're focused on is delivering this speech. My timer's out. So I guess we're just going to have to go off the cuff. By the way, buy my book, Facing the Storm, Unlimited Motivation by Terry Tyler. I'll tell you a lot about time wall principle, some things. I got a lot of books to write. I got a lot of gifts to give. I got a lot of debts to pay back. I'm in debt, about $30,000, and I owe a lot of people, and I owe my country. And YouTube has been a platform I invested in. Back in the day, it promised earnings, fair dealings for creators within their community guidelines, and I invested in the company. And somewhere, during the winter of 2018, things got bad. There was fighting. It was bitter. There was tooth gnawing. There was talk of drags. There was talks of little lattes. There was anger. There was censorship. There was blackmail. There was abuse and downright, we got down to trench warfare, hatred. And all of this occurred in a cyber environment, pretty much. So nobody got hurt, thankfully. Nobody went to jail, thankfully. And everything is just kind of, we smoothed the darn out. We just kind of smoothed it out. But it was an awesome case study, in my opinion, of the limits that creators could go and the personal psyche can go, the human psyche, and also how these organizations are able to communicate with their creators, create they create the content. What kind of people are they? Are they dick-sucking monsters, perverts? Are they chomos? Or are they killers? Are they killers or are they fist fuckers? We don't know if they're horse fuckers, chicken fuckers. We don't know if they're romos, homos, or chomos. But we do know this. There's some mowing going around. And the mowers are getting warmed up. Don't forget to check out Caesar's Blades of Justice. What it seems to be is they're talking about Chapter 13. Hopefully not bankruptcy, but the Amendment 13, censoring the internet, structuring the internet, which the internet was around CERN, Centers for Physics, Nuclear Research. And the common man just doesn't understand it. He don't give a fuck, or she don't give a fuck. They're ill-educated, and yada, yada, yada. I mean, a lot of this technology is emerging. I'm in the weather industry. I've been a weatherman. We're not going to go into the isolation and abuse. Some of the shit that I've had to deal with, for better or for worse, we'll leave that out of that discussion. But where we're going for the next goal, I'm trying to get us to 3,000. I'm trying to refine the content, but right now, finances are a big concern. I had a Macintosh computer go down. As you can see, I've been trying to take you, the viewer, on some of these experiences with me and make it an entertaining gig. And I'm also fulfilling in the background. Like I said, I've played a lot of tricks on these people. And we've said a lot of things, we've done a lot of things, and unfortunately, we're confirming or denying quantum physics, quantum rigging. There's a lot of quantum computers now to where they can manipulate human beings from a quantum system. Possibly, we're not going to say LED lighting can manipulate musculoskeletal systems. We're not talking about that conspiracy jargon right now, but we're starting to touch on something big because 2 years have gone by and Terry Tyler, Mid-South Media, what I'm doing, has been stifled and crushed by these people. They're rigging my posts. They're rigging my shit. And I've made some sins. Let me tell you what, I'm a sinner. In the words of Judas Priest, I try not to be anymore. You know, and people's definitions of sins are different. And I try to show respect today. You know, I made a lot of mistakes, but these kind of people today, they don't believe in redemption. You know, I had a few minor brushes with the law, but they want a felony to last a lifetime. They want to crush people. They want to burden people. So I went ahead and I've tested their systems. And I said, well, is YouTube the channel for the people? You know, I mean, what do we got going on? And it's like, maybe it's not about the people. Maybe it's not about America. You know, so we're trying to test this platform to see if it works. January 13th of this year, first quarter, 13 days, almost 2 weeks in, we finally got the monetization activated. And during this period, we've had a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of people that say, you know, well, let's cut out the money and let's just stomp on people. And I admire YouTube for this. And I got to give a shout out to Susan Wojcicki, the CEO, because in this case, I promise you right now, I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you if she didn't raise the bar. Now, a lot of people say, well, they make more money, this, that, and the other. There's a lot of loafers. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes, and I've seen it with my own eyes, and I had to play mean devil's advocate. They're fighting on their end. They got to do what they got to do as a company. And they're on the firing lines. As you've seen some of my videos, people have gone in there, they've shot up the place. They're on the firing lines, and this goes back to some of the companies that I'm battling with right now. Out of respect for candor of this operation and this briefing, we're not going to mention any names, but it doesn't matter. I feel like this should be or is an unspoken universal term across the board. We know pretty much that there should be a set standard. You know, we can't, you know, there should be a level-handedness. And there's a lot of conspiracy, there's a lot of sleight of hand, there's a lot of abuse, and most of it is difficult to confirm, if not impossible. So we're dealing with a lot of things. I'm under cyber attack. I'm not going to go into the details of what's going on, but I can tell you right now, things are being rigged against me for some reason outside of my knowing. And you can go into the videos. Feel free to subscribe and comment. Like I said, Terry Tyler brand is your brand. Terry Tyler from Tupelo. There's a lot of Terry Tylers out there, and I respect them all. But this is me. And I spent the past 2 years of no telling how much money I lost, sending out passports, information, people closing down. And I like to believe that not Facebook. It better not be. Better not be no backroom dealings. YouTube is something different. What I see is the merger of some tech giants. Okay, you've got your Apple, you've got your Microsoft, you've got your Google, you've got your Facebook, you've got your Twitter, you've got your fucking YouTube, Netflix, what have you. All soft content, digital media production companies. So we're like, well, these people are in the roles and in the gauge and in the works of controlling people's eyes. And for me, it's one of those things like, where's the ethics? I see a lot of abuse. and I see a lot of cyber vulnerabilities. When I started this channel a long time ago, I wanted it to be about weather. I wanted it to be focused on certain things. And then I realized that weather just really wasn't exciting. It wasn't paying the bills. And during some of the downtrodden spots, I had to partake in some shady activities. I'm not going to go into those shady activities, but all this shit has been done. It's over with. This is ages past. And I've opted out of some of these shady activities. And I see a lot of bad things. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of fucked up shit. And I'm not trying to snort in anybody's business. They do what they do. I do what I do. I try to stay in my own lane. But these cocksuckers are running in my lane. So I need y'all to support me. Subscribe. Say you're here. We're shooting for that 1,000 mark. Trying to get 1,000 fuckers in here. In terms of content, I had a Mac computer go down. We've had a Mac computer go down. I wanted to show you people a little bit about technology and energy. So broke that down. You've seen that. Weather. Still doing the weather shit. But like I said, inadequate funding, inadequate hardware. And the bad thing is I'm getting rigged. I'm getting set up by some of these companies. They're pulling the strings and they're fucking shit around. I see it. Nobody else sees it, but they're fucking me. They're fucking me behind the scenes. And I go to people and ask them for help. Nobody will help me. Lawyers won't touch it. Cops won't touch it. Feds flee from it. It's one of those things. It's like the devil in the room over there. It's like the house man in the corner with the pistol. Everybody knows he's there, but nobody's talking about him. And I don't have a problem with the house man in the corner with the pistol. Hey, he's got me out of a lot of jams. But in this situation, we've got to figure out what the fuck is going on. We need to come to a conclusion because what it's looking like to me is a rigmarole system. Some cocksuckers are going to be able to pervert this bullshit, and these other motherfuckers are going to be the ones having to deal with it. And I'm the one right here coming up for the working man. A lot of people don't see it, but the American worker, the blue-collar worker, the people that are out here, I'm testing these platforms. I'm working these platforms. If your shit's fucking up, you're fucking up. So I'm getting into it, and we go in, like I said, buy my book, Time Law Principle. This is turned into a problem now, I think, going into the second quarter. Our first quarter, you can define, would be, like I said, finishing out the war on YouTube, and it was a bad one. The war on YouTube, which, like I said, they could be hush money. The sleepers are still in there. They hate you. They still hate me. And that's okay. They have that right. But as long as everything's working, do what you do. Live and let live. And they hate me. They scowl at me and spit on me all you want. But your goddamn fucking job is to have this thing running. That's my job. When I go out here and I'm chasing storms and I'm out here running this fucking ship, and running these operations and these drones and these systems, they need to be working. I'm working. Are you working? If your shit ain't working, it's your problem. And therefore, we've exposed a ton of fucking problems. Ton of problems. They're huge problems. Huge problems. Huge problems. So, for the first quarter, like I said, we got into some cool storm chases. I don't know if y'all are with me. We were in the box a lot, all four, on that one chase. We got two of them up there in Alcorn County and a couple of them down there in Monroe County. And then we had, like I said, a couple of these days. Go back there, and then I tried to introduce you to some electric engineering, which is pretty exciting. I funded this shit I put a lot of work into these projects, and I found we're getting close to the end here. Yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. People ain't want to work together. And I like the dog eat dog. I dig it. You know, it's nice to rub somebody's face in the fucking dirt and the turf. You know, stomp his face with a cleat. You know, if you're playing ice hockey, I don't know if you're in ice hockey, you know, cut somebody's fucking jugular with a fucking ice, you know, hockey thing. You know, puck somebody's eye out. And if you're playing baseball, don't forget for the pitcher, knocking somebody's fucking nose out. And also, football players, don't forget, neck breaking is in. We're even talking about, you know. So we're not going to go there. This is what it's become. A whorefest, bullshit roller derby. It's disgusting. It's perverse. It's not what we need right now. It's not what we fucking need. I've been trying to get this going, and these cocksucking liars, and I found their lies out. They've had to drill down and find my lies. I've come clean. I ain't got nothing to lie about. They drill down on you. They'll drop in and they'll drill down on you. But now you start to see drilling down on them. And it's like, wow, that ain't square. It's an injustice. It's a common injustice. It's a common rape. It's a common robbery. It's a common, setup. It's a setup. It's a bait and switch bullshit. You do the work for them. They take your fucking money. I tell you what, these cocksuckers that are rigging up my phone, they make more money off of me stealing my shit, stealing my identity, and selling it to the opposition, blacklisting, that I make. Cocksuckers making $20 million a year, of course they're going to block you. They're micromanaging shit. A lot of them are evil. So, you know, it's like, hey, fight to the death. Are you a pussy? Or are you a fucking warrior? Are you going to stand for that shit? You going to let them step on your dick? You going to let them crush your family? You going to let them crush your culture? Fuck that. You let them, hey, you're going to be the cocksucker that's going to have to deal with it. And I pity those motherfuckers that got the kids. Let me tell you what, there's some sick fucks. They're fucking with the eyes of the kids. I said, fuck no. I warned them about it. They didn't want to fucking listen. So let's see what we've got about left. Almost done. And any questions? I'm going to open the stage up for questions. We got about 2 minutes left. Any requests? Any requests? Any special project requests? I got a lot of shit I want to work on. My equipment's down. They get me running around in circles. Nothing ever gets done. And I can't get a cocksucker to work. I can get a few, which they work. They work and they do what they do. And it's hard though. You gotta, and they're great people. I don't look down on them. If a motherfucker refuses service, I don't look down on him at all. It has no bearing. And I have more respect for the motherfucker that refuses service than the motherfucker that just doesn't say anything and walks off the fucking way. But I even know those type of people too. There ain't nothing wrong with them because you never know. They try to figure you out. They map you out. These guys ain't your fucking friends. They want to kill you. They want to fucking kill you. We got 1 minute left. Also, don't forget, if you're in America, stay patriotic. Support the president, support the soldiers, support the Americans, support your brothers, support your sisters, support your fellows. If you're kicking somebody around out here, you might be kicking around your own kin. And, I really don't dig that. That's why I don't fuck with a lot of people. Everyone wants to kick somebody. 30 seconds left, you faggots. God bless the gays. Hey, they had to go a lot of ways. Hey, they probably got better sex life than I do. And I ain't hating. Hell, if they ain't raping me and they ain't fucking with me, they do whatever the fuck they want to do. Who says they gonna burn in hell? They gonna kill fucking gays. Fuck that. I don't dig that. All right. That's your second quarterly. Keep your eye out.